What's up YouTube, it's your boy Naughty Neb, and today we have another replay of Cyber Dragons going up against Ryzeal. And as you may have already read from the title of this video, mistakes has been made in this replay which cost me the duel and possibly may have actually changed the outcome. But without wasting your time, let's hop into the replay. So our opponent wins the rock, paper, scissors, and they decide to go first, which is perfectly fine with us. We want to go second. So our opponent's opening hand: Bonfire, Lurie, Ash Blossom, Fiendsmith Paradise, and Jerusalem. Bonfire fixes the solution. They can just search a Ryzeal and start their combo. These four cards are quite unfortunate, besides two interruptions, Ash, Blossom, and Juice. In our opening hand, we open Ultimate Slayer, Power Bond, Cyber Emergency, Thrust, and Nashta. It's good that we open Ultimate Slayer to deal with our opponent's Detonator, and if they bring out Wave Hiking Caesar, Aggregator can just negate its effect for the turn. So, opponent enters main phase, activates Bonfire. Bonfire will get him Ice Ryzeal. Normal summon Ice. Ice effect will summon X. X effect will search him Sword. Opponent will XC summon into Exoton Knight. So starting his Fiendsmith plays now. Link summon into Requiem. Requiem effect will summon Lacrima. Lacrima effect will send an Engraver. Requiem effect to equip to Lacrima, and then Contact Fuse into Necroquip Princess, and then Engraver effect shuffle back his Exoton Knight to summon itself. Opponent will then XC summon into Wave Hiking Caesar. Not sure why this is not showing, but anyway. Then our opponent will special summon Sword. Sword effect will search him another Ice as follow up, or can also summon it now, yes, by sending a card to the grave, and opponent will send Fiendsmith Paradise to the grave. Opponent will XC summon into Detonator, and Detonator effect will just equip X Ryzeal from the grave, and opponent will end their turn. So we draw into Fiendsmith Engraver. Not sure why the cards aren't showing right now, but we enter main phase, and then we activate Ultimate Slayer. We send Aggregator. Aggregator will shuffle back his Detonator, and then Aggregator will negate Wave Hiking Caesar. Next, we activate Engraver, starting our Fiendsmith plays just to lure out any hand traps or interruptions our opponent may have before starting Cyber Dragon combos. So, Engraver will search Tract Effect, can't speak right now, add Lurie, discard Lurie, then Lurie mandatory effect to special summon itself, link into Requiem effect, opponent lets it through, we summon Lacrima. Lacrima will send another Engraver. I wasn't playing the trap, so hence why we just sent another Engraver. Then Engraver effect, shuffle back Lurie. Opponent will activate Jerusalem, banishing that Engraver. Next we activate Thrust, and Thrust gets Ashed, which is perfectly fine with us. And then we activate Cyber Emergency. Emergency will get us Cyber Dragon Core. Then we normal summon Core mandatory effect. This will search us Cyber Repair Plant. So I didn't search Cyber Dark Realm since I already have Power Bond, so I decided just to search follow up. Sure, I could have added another Cyber Emergency, but also I just added Cyber Repair Plant. And I understand that there's already a Jerusalem. I don't have a way to get past it. I could go into SP banish, but then I can't attack my opponent directly, and I can't OTK. It's probably the best play to do that, but at the same time, I won't have, apart from searching another Cyber Dragon, I don't want to do that. So I just decided that I will just go into sequence effect. Well, attempt to activate sequence effect, but actually on the special summon. Opponent will activate Fiendsmith Paradise, sending Desiree to grave. Then Desiree effect will trigger. Shuffle back the Lacrima. I think it was the Lacrima. Yes, shuffle back the Lacrima to send sequence to the grave. So here we have to activate Cyber Repair Plant, search another Cyber Dragon. I get Hurts. We activate Power Bond, fusion summon into Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon. Hurts effect get Cyber Dragon Core as follow-up, and we just activate Chimera Tech to attack 3 times. And I just decided, let's just clear the board. So attack into Wave High King Caesar and attack into his Jerusalem. Jerusalem will then trigger in the grave, sending our Rampage to the grave. Cool. We end our turn and we take 2100 damage due to Power Bond's effect. Opponent starts their turn drawing 2 talents, and they don't have any Ryzeal play, so they'll just stick with Fiendsmith. They'll activate Engraver, shuffle back the Desiree to special summon itself, normal summon Louis, link into Requiem, Requiem effect, and opponent is playing 2 Requiems. See guys, sometimes you just gotta play 2 Requiems because Bestials just get rid of your one and only Requiem, and that just ends your Fiendsmith combos. So Requiem effect will summon Lacrima, Lacrima effect, send another Engraver, link summon into Sequence, Sequence effect will fusion summon into Fiendsmith Desiree, shuffling back Louis, Engraver, and his Requiem. Then our opponent will link summon into Agnum Day effect to Reborn, most likely he is Fiendsmith Desiree. And here I just decide to activate Lacrima, because if once this resolves, then Desiree will have its negate. So special summon Requiem, Desiree comes onto the field, and then opponent will activate Sequence to attach to Desiree. I decide to activate Engraver. I wanted to put a body on the field just to protect me from well, my life points going to 0. So summon Engraver, and then opponent also attaches Requiem. Opponent will activate talents to take, and that will just be game. My opponent can attack me directly, so I admit defeat for game 1. Going into game 2, I make my opponent go first, of course. And in the opening hand, our opponent has Ash Blossom, Tract, Talents, another Ash Blossom, and Imperm. No Ryzeal plays, but definitely Fiendsmith plays. We open Clockwork Knight, Cyberdark Chimera, Hertz, Clockwork Knight, and Ultimate Slayer. Very convenient, but unfortunate that we have Cyberdark Chimera in my hand, because now these are 2 normal summons. I can only normal summon one of them, and 2 Clockwork Knights, because you can only activate 1 Clockwork Knight. Yes, you can only activate 1 Clockwork Knight, so having 2 is very unfortunate. But opponent will enter main phase, activate Tract, add Louis, discard Louis, Louis effect, summon itself, and you guys know the normal Fiendsmith combo, link into Requiem, Requiem effect, summon Lacrima, Lacrima effect, send Engraver, Requiem effect to attach itself to Lacrima, then contact fuse into Necroquip Princess, Engraver effect, shuffling back the Louis to reborn itself, and then link summon into Sequence, Sequence effect, fusion summon into Desiree. Opponent will then link summon into Agnum Day effect, reborn the Desiree and equip itself to it, Sequence to equip to Desiree. Opponent will set the Imperm and pass. So we draw for turn, we draw Engraver. We can't activate Ultimate Slayer because we cannot target Desiree due to Sequence effect. So in the main phase, we activate Engraver. Engraver searches Tract, Tract effect, add Louis, discard Louis, Louis mandatory effect to special summon itself, link summon into Requiem, Requiem effect. Our opponent does not ash this, so we summon Lacrima. Lacrima sends another Engraver, Engraver to reborn itself. And now, here I was thinking I could go into Sequence, Sequence will get negated, or I could go into Chaos Angel, and obviously I can't target this, so target the set card. One of the two was the option, but I decided to normal summon Cyberdark Chimera. Now, that was actually a mistake. Well, not a mistake. I think I shouldn't have done that. I should have rather activated Clockwork Knight. Maybe my opponent will likely negate it, or if I activate Clockwork Knight and it goes through, normal summon Hertz, then my opponent will obviously have to negate Clockwork Knight. But normal summoned Chimera, and then I activate its effect, pitching the 1 copy of Clockwork Knight to add Powerbound, but I can't fusion summon. I don't have enough Cyber Dragon names, so I believe that was not the correct play. Could have just saved it for the next turn maybe. So I decided to Synchro Summon into Chaos Angel using a light and a dark, so it is unaffected by activated monster effects by my opponent and also cannot be destroyed by battle. So on the summon of Chaos Angel, we target his set card to banish. Opponent will activate Imperm just to negate Chaos Angel. And I could have Link Summon into Sequence, but I figured that wasn't the correct play. Chaos Angel is basically unaffected by his monster effects and cannot be destroyed by battle, so I thought maybe I can just sit on it and wait for the next turn and see how it goes. But I decided, let me just activate Clockwork Knight to be a floodgate against his Fiendsmith. On activation, he obviously just negates all the cards, and I couldn't do anything, so I decided just to pass. Let me just check this. Yeah, that... Okay, cool. Just wanted to check something. But anyway, opponent starts their turn and they draw into a thrust. So in the main phase, opponent will just enter battle phase. Desiree is at 5,800 attack. Attacks into Chaos Angel. My opponent thought it would be destroyed, but it's not. But I do take the damage. So opponent will just proceed to end phase, and we start our turn. We draw into a Fualos. That is unfortunate. Can't really do anything with that. And so we activate Engraver. Engraver shuffle back the other Engraver to reborn itself. We normal summon Core, and now our opponent did not activate Desiree to negate Clockwork Knight, so we were going to contact Fuse. So we use his Desiree and all the other monsters to contact Fuse, but now this was actually a blunder. I shouldn't have done this. I should have just used Hertz and Engraver. Just those two. Because if he uses Desiree effect, obviously send a card, but maybe send a monster to the grave. I would still have 2 bodies, and then I'm pretty sure I could just maybe Link Summon and even bring out Desiree. So that was a blunder on my side. I shouldn't have done that. But on the summon of Chimeratech Fortress, I activate Hertz effect. It will just search us another Cyber Dragon, and Chainlink 2 opponent activates Desiree, shuffling back his sequence to send Cyber Dragon Fortress to the grave, which really unfortunate, a terrible blunder, but also can't attack him for game. So we search the Cyber Dragon, and I can't do much here, so I decide just to attack for 4,000 because of Clockwork Knight. Chaos Angel is a machine and gains 500 attack. So we proceed to end phase and pass our turn. Opponent draws into Ice. Wow, what a good draw. Normal summons Ice. Ice effect summons X. X effect will search Sword. Now here is where the biggest mistake I have made. Opponent Xyz summons into Exoton Knight. Do you guys see the problem? Do you guys see what's going to happen? Opponent Link summons into Requiem. I was not aware at this point in time that my opponent is under a floodgate by Clockwork Knight. All monsters on the field become machine. So it is not possible for my opponent to do this because Exoton Knight is a machine and Requiem needs a light fiend. And I was so blind this entire duel that my opponent just combos off. So I'll just let this fast forward. Requiem effect. Opponent's just doing the usual Fiendsmith combos you guys have seen like what, 3 times now. Sequence will just fusion summon into Desiree. Link summon into Agnum Day. Reborn the Desiree. Since Desiree went to grave, opponent will activate its effect to send Clockwork Knight to grave. Guys, what a terrible blunder. But anyway, Desiree comes back to the field and Agnum Day equips itself to it. Sequence will also equip itself and Requiem. So opponent will enter battle phase. I think his monster is, so these is 6. So 3,600, that's like 6,400 attack. We take damage, but still cannot be destroyed by battle. Opponent will special summon sword effect, special summon. Actually, sorry. Sword effect is to add, but then our opponent will special summon the XE summons into Abyss Dweller. Proceeds to end his turn, and in the end phase, I decide to use Lacrima effect. Special summon the Requiem. So we start our turn, drawing to a track that is inconvenient because our opponent just has Abyss Dweller and our opponent activates it in standby phase. We have nothing to stop that. So yeah. Activate Ultimate Slayer. We're gonna just shuffle back his Abyss Dweller. And then I used Aggregator, but there wasn't really anything to negate, and I wasn't sure if negating the equip cards would make a difference, but it doesn't. It does not. So we activate Requiem effect, summon the Engraver, and tracked effect. I decide to add Lacrima, and I'll just discard the Fualos, but opponent ashes this, so we normal summon the Fualos, link summon into Almirage, because Almirage just needs a normal summoned monster with 1,000 or less attack. We go into SP effect, we're going to banish the Agnum Day. Opponent will chain Desiree, but I decide to chain SP to dodge the Desiree so I can still get rid of the Agnum Day. And that's pretty much all I can do, so we will just proceed to the end phase. SP and Chaos Angel comes back. Opponent draws into Bonfire, and yeah, Bonfire adds Ice, normal summon Ice effect, special summon Sword effect, adds another Ice to his hand. Opponent will exceed summon into Detonator effect to equip. And here I decide to chain SP target itself and the Detonator. Opponent will activate Talons to take my Chaos Angel and just proceed to enter the battle phase and take me for game. So guys, we lost this duel because of a massive blunder on my side. 2 mistakes. I could have just used Hertz and Desiree to contact fuse. I didn't have to use all my monsters. And also, Clockwork Knight was in play. My opponent could not do Fiendsmith plays. Gosh, what a big mistake. But guys, just gotta learn from your mistakes, as annoying as it can be. So that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and please learn from my mistakes. Please read your cards. Like, that's the most important thing you can do in Yu-Gi-Oh! Read your cards and be aware of what your cards do. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button, leave a like and leave a comment. Otherwise, till the next video, Naughty Nev signing out. Peace.